know. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I know.
So this season, you've obviously covered a lot of ground with the many seasons before. What's the core for you guys? The most interesting thing to have the brothers kind of have to deal with grief. Obviously, they've both talked about kind of dealing with the aftermath of all of this death. But what else kind of thematically is guiding this season?
Well, thematically, I mean, one thing that we talked about was if last year was, and this may be redundant to what the guys have said, but if last year was sort of about family coming together, this is how do you deal with a family that gets torn apart, and how each of the guys reacts to that. You throw into that mix that they basically are dealing with the spawn of Satan. Dean has his theories of how to handle the situation, which is basically shoot him in the face. And Sam thinks, well, we don't know. His mother was a good person. It's a nature versus nurture thing. Also, where Dean has accepted in his mind that mom is gone, once she went through the rift with Lucifer, he figures that's that. Sam is, we don't know that. Our way into that world is this kid opened up the rift once before. Let's see if we can corral him or kind of get him to do that again and take our chances. So that causes a bit of headbutting between the guys. And we felt that this season was smaller than last season in terms of scope. No big organization like the Men of Letters, right. British Men of Letters. But a little more personal, a little more emotional. With some interesting things, we'll visit the alternative world and see what's going on there. Maybe meet some characters we know in one form or another, who are totally different in that world in the same way Bobby was.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that probably, in terms of production, that's our biggest kind of challenge. But it's at its core, it's probably a little more of a personal season,
Will you guys be doing a lot of jumping between the cats?
In the spin-off, we're doing basically 2 episodes, 9 and 10. In 9, the boys are very much present, and we're sort of setting up. In a way, it starts with episode 3, where we introduce this new character, Patience, in episode 3. 9, the boys are very much involved, and you sort of get a sense of where it's going with these 3 women. 10 is skewed very heavily to them. So while the guys are in it, it's always a fine line to draw, because as much as the audience might like Jodie, when they tune in Supernatural, they want to see Sam and Dean. So, but you want to give this new cast a chance to either be, carry a show or not. So it's a fine balance. But we hope by doing it over 2 episodes, we can keep everybody happy, which has been impossible for 12 years. So I don't imagine we'll be able to do that anyway.
Congratulations on season 13. Since it is 13, and that's a supernatural number in itself, will there be references to it, like Friday the 13th, or the fact that hotels don't have 13 floors?
I don't think so, although we can certainly slip it in. One of the other women mentioned that we're, I guess, premiering on Thursday the 12th, and that the next day is Friday the 13th. So there might be something in the air there. Now that I've heard it twice, I think we'll do a little nod to that. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
That's it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just getting warmed up.
I know. Thank you.
Sorry.
Do I go on longer than the other guys?
You do good content.
Okay,
Good.
good.
So thank you.
Okay.